My volume's off.
Hello. Hi. What's up, Wednesday?
What's up, Wednesday? Painting my nails.
We're we probably could have used 5 more minutes to get ready, but we could always use about 5 more minutes to get ready.
I'm telling you. Hold on. Just sharing quickly.
Sharing is caring.
Today. What's up, Wednesday? So we were just discussing a lot of things, but we were just discussing before pictures, like when you're about to go do some fitness or get your shit together, like do you take before pictures? And then do you post them publicly or privately? Because Adam posted his publicly. Shout out. Everybody go look.
It's on my Instagram, Adam Tilted, all one word.
Mine reside in my For Your Eyes Only on Snapchat. So that's where those live. It says live video interrupted. What happened? Are we live?
Yeah, we're still going. It's just a connection issue.
Okay.
Okay. To our viewers out there.
Hi, Mariana.
We're having some connection issues today, and I have a suspicion that it's on my end because the power situation yesterday. Oh my god, I don't know if you saw my Snapchat story yesterday, but holy crap! The thunderstorms that have been coming through have been insane. Like thunder so loud that it shakes the house. And yesterday the power was off, and then it would come on for a second and go off again. Come on for a second, go off again. On off. And every time it does that, things in my house beep. Beep, beep, beep,
yeah.
beep, 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 beep.
Just pretend you're on the damn shuttle and suck it up.
I know, right?
Are we live? Somebody say something.
Hello out there. I know you're there.
So
I lost my
Adam
again.
does not like storms, and I love storms. So it looks like we're live now.
Yeah.
So
we've got Michelle.
Okay.
Mariana.
Give us some thumbs up if we're live.
Good.
I'm going to try not to keep fussing with my hair, but it's straightened, and so it's hanging in my face. And today, here's a switch. Okay, we're getting lots of thank you guys. Thumbs up and hearts and stuff.
Yeah.
And today, I've ditched the coffee, and this is why. So, What's Up Wednesday occurs in a time where I've been getting my workouts in every day. And I've been getting them in later afternoon because I'm an Aries and I don't like to wait for equipment and I want people out of my way.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. Especially when they're sitting there just like not working out. They're just sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a very conscientious gym patron. So I get like sitting between sets. Doesn't mean you necessarily want to get up from the rack to move to something else and let someone slide in. Like sliding in on people's workouts, I'm fine waiting for you to triple set or whatever you need to do. But some people are not triple setting. And there was a guy yesterday, I went early yesterday also, and there was a guy yesterday and he just was having a chat with his financial planner at the piece of equipment I wanted. So I was a little salty, but I waited my turn and found other stuff to do while I waited. But, so anyway, I've been going later, but because we had this today, I got up earlier than I wanted to. Same with yesterday.
Good for you.
So coffee it is. Yeah.
I want to just give a quick shout out. My mom is watching, and it's her birthday today. Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday,
you.
Mom.
Happy birthday to you.
Nancy.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
I just lip synced that. Thank you.
Lip sync. Alert! Danica lip sync.
Lip syncing.
I miss you, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom. That's awesome.
My mom's
so
awesome.
We let's see, what is the date? So that makes Mom a what? What's her sign? I
don't know.
I'm bad. I have to always look them up. I don't think she's Gemini because that's the. Oh wait, I think she's Gemini.
Mom, do you know your astrological sign? I don't know.
Are you a Gemini?
Oh,
Liza would be proud.
Thank you.
So, let's see, what big thing happened this past weekend?
Oh, my mom's a Gemini.
It was a little wedding.
I heard something about that.
Did you watch the wedding?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't. I would have if it had been at a reasonable time. I might have watched it. But I'm not going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch somebody else get married.
Okay. Well,
especially if I don't know who they are.
Even an hour earlier than I needed to, because my son wasn't home yet from prom night after parties at 3:30 in the morning. So Mariana, who's on here, had to walk me through.
Yeah, she's giving me crap about not watching the wedding.
And, we watched the wedding festivities pretty much together until the actual wedding, and then you couldn't bother Mariana because she was like death stare focused. But it was beautiful. It was fun to watch, and it was a nice escape, and it was romantic, and they looked like a sweet couple, and I like that they're both philanthropic and they're both involved, and I think they're going to be the new generation of...
I agree.
And you know what's interesting? We all give Princess Diana so much credit for working to end the stigma of HIV, working with landmines. Mm-hmm. I mean, so many things. When she recognized that she was getting so much attention for her fashion and that people just wanted a picture, she realized I could probably get the same attention if I went into a war zone and walked in a landmine area. And then the focus would be on that. So
Make a difference, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. But people don't give Prince Charles the credit that he deserves because he's kind of a sleeper. But he is probably one of the biggest champions of the earth and protecting the environment.
I didn't know that.
If people don't know that, look up what Prince Charles does. So these kids come by it honestly. And so the thought of the four of them working together, but these two, I think, are just spectacular.
Well, and Meghan, I have to say, I thought I had no idea who she was. I really did. I mean, I knew the name, Meghan Markle, is an actress, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I had seen some pictures of them together, but it wasn't enough where I could really see her face that well. And so I was like, I don't know who this is. So Scott, I was talking to Scott, he's like, yes, you do. You know who she is. She's like your favorite character on Suits.
Oh.
And I was like, that's her?
Yeah.
I felt like such an idiot.
I had never seen the show, and then they were engaged. And I don't follow magazines or anything anymore. Like, I don't read online gossip sites like who's dating who. And so I had no idea. I had no idea they were even dating. And then all of a sudden they were engaged. So I watched a couple episodes of Suits, but I couldn't stick with it.
We were obsessed with it for a couple of seasons, and then we got bored with it.
Yeah. I had never seen it. So anyway, but I looked at a lot since, and I'm excited for them. I think it's a cool thing. I know a lot of people have their opinion about who pays for the wedding or royalty in general, or I don't really feel like I can even speak to that growing up in a country that doesn't have a constitutional monarchy. But I thought it was beautiful, and I got up when I was 11 and watched Princess Diana's wedding. And I was traveling with my mom. I posted a picture on Facebook recently.
I saw that wedding, but it's because I never went to bed that night.
Yeah, I just think they're neat and interesting. I like to see the fashion, and I love a good love story. I'm a romantic, so I love a good love story.
We need a little bit of that right now.
right?
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was good with it. So I know people were snarky about it. And then I also, posted here on Facebook that need to be like, well, I'm not watching it. Okay, then don't watch it.
Right. I'm too cool for that.
I said it became the new, I've never watched one episode of Game of Thrones and let me post 7 memes about it. I'm like, if it's so important that you didn't watch,
why
it's
are you
actually
keep talking
important.
About it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
get a little snarky about that one.
Yeah.
But,
I've had this opinion about royal families, especially the one in the UK. Yeah. I just didn't get it. I didn't understand why in these modern times England was still supporting a royal family. I mean, their money comes from taxes, as far as I understand. Yeah. So I just thought, how ridiculous. And then I watched Bill Maher. Mm-hmm. He and I were still arguing a little bit. And ticked me off just a bit last night, but I'm not going to talk about that part. Maybe later. But he had Dan Savage on. You know who that is?
I love Dan Savage.
Dan Savage is great.
And
his husband? Oh my God, have you seen his husband?
I have not. But Dan Savage.
Oh, I know! That's why the two of them together. But when they got together, his husband was like this skinny, twink looking guy. Over the next year, he's this buff. Now he's an underwear model. Score,
That's
man!
How it happened.
That's right. Now that opposite happened to me. I got married and then I got fat.
Yeah, good point. Who am I talking about?
But anyway, Dan made a really good point about the royal family that I hadn't thought of before, and he said that he thinks it's a really great idea that all of the trappings of head of state are separate from the people family. that are the government.
Yeah.
Right? Because then you wouldn't have people in the government trying to get all these perks, because those are not for you. Those are for the head of state.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I was like, it's a pretty good point. He's like, the prime minister is living in
an office park.
Shopping plaza.
Right. I mean, do you think Donald Trump would have wanted to be president if that was a situation?
That's the thing. And, they don't live in the palace and the White House and the whole thing. So it was an interesting point, but there's also, I don't feel like say much about it because I'm not as educated on it as, I watch the Tudors and stuff, but that's not,
I saw parts of The Crown.
Yeah, my study of political science didn't include the British Crown. So it didn't include royalty at all, except for, very historical. So, modern day, I think this is something very important. And it was interesting too, so many people talking about the security, the cost of the security on the people. Yet, are you aware of what happens to cities and countries when they host the Olympics? Are you aware of what happens to cities and countries when they host the FIFA World Cup? So let's not go insane just because it's for lack of a better way, a pop culture phenomenon that you're not interested in.
Yeah.
If you are going to the Super Bowl and not thinking about the security, and that is televised and whatever else is going on, and the commercials, those aren't going to the municipalities that have to handle the
we're not getting paid back for helping build the stadiums or whatever.
Yeah, and in certain countries where it's slave labor building these places, let's just a little side of reality about these types of events and what they cost. And so, yes, was this a wedding? Was it a private event? Absolutely. But millions of people tuned in to watch it and were interested in seeing it. And so why is it that much different?
It's also, it serves a diplomatic purpose as well. Really.
Yeah.
It's like, this is their face to the world and they're putting on a great show. So good job. I can't wait till they have babies, because those babies are going to be really cute.
Just said that yesterday. I'm like, little, biracial, redheaded, yes, bring it on. Bring it on. And you know what? There's something to be said about that, too. I'm a blue-eyed Caucasian girl, but you know what? I'm not immune to understanding what friends of mine, and even Megan said about her own life, like not black enough, not white enough, whatever. There is a moment here where kids who have parents of different races can say, I can be a princess. It's the same thing when Obama became president. It's like all the years of telling somebody you can be whatever you want to be. They can then aspire. And now
you can even be a princess.
And now we really know that anyone can be president.
Anyone can be president. And black American actress can become Duchess of Sussex.
Yeah. Mariana is ready for them to give birth tomorrow. She's a little
upset. I know. Hurry.
But yeah. So, that was fun, though. The wedding, I really enjoyed it. I think they're a spectacular couple. I want to see more fashion because I find that fun and interesting. So on another note, though, still along with the wedding, people are so nasty.
I know.
Like, we should all look like her with minimal makeup and a sheath dress. We should all look like her with her hair tied in a little chignon.
First of all, where does anybody get off criticizing her at all? Because she's marrying the freaking Prince of England. I think she's doing okay.
I know. But people are so nasty about this stuff. And I'm thinking, what did they think was going to happen? She was going to come out there with an Instagram makeup tutorial, eye makeup on, with 17 layers of glitter and like super formed eyebrows.
Well, they might have been expecting, Diana's wedding was a little more formal. Well, I don't know. I didn't see this wedding, but at least compared to Charles, no. What's the other one? William.
Yeah. I mean, I think the formality wasn't there, but I mean, just strictly, they loosened up some things to blend the cultures together, which was awesome. Yes. But the, just the ripping on her, like she was supposed to date herself too. Diana's dress was massive, and I don't even know.
I mean, the train didn't even fit into the church, didn't it?
No,
I mean, it spilled down to the street.
I don't know what it was. But it's also, when you look at those dresses, that dress is so dated. Like, I didn't like it at the time. Yeah. But it was just opulent and exciting because she was a princess and I was 11. Yeah. But when these latest two got married to the princes, their dresses are a little bit more timeless. I mean, Meghan's is really timeless. And so my dress, still, I would consider it today if I were to get married, and that's kind of a cool thing. So she has to dress on trend with a big, I don't know. But I loved watching the people arrive, and I loved watching Oprah Lost. And I love George and Amal Clooney. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They have an aura, like,
they do.
Powerful.
It's like
so they could be.
Stick.
Yeah, could they just be in our palace, our White House, something?
I'd go for that.
Yeah, I'd vote. But what else is going on? What's going on with your week? You said you sort of fell off the wagon of your workout.
Yeah, I've had a
I'm calling you out.
Yeah, I've had a rough week, and I've been frustrated and depressed, and
that's not good.
It's not good. And I'm going to put myself out there a little bit here. I haven't talked about this much on Facebook, although I have talked about it on Snapchat. Yeah. When I was living in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, California, part of my doctor's treatment for my HIV, anxiety, depression, migraines, ... was cannabis. So I had a card where I could go to the dispensary legally, purchase cannabis, and I could I could get the specific strain for what my problem was, because different kinds have different effects, and it was medicine. And I moved to Texas, and thanks, Mom.
Wow.
I moved to Texas, and I am no longer able to access the medication that was originally recommended by my doctor. Makes no sense to me.
Right.
And yesterday I was really angry about it, because what was happening to me yesterday as a result of the thunderstorms, which change air pressure like crazy. Wake up,
Apologies.
Wednesday.
My computer just out of nowhere. Sorry about that.
But the symptoms I was experiencing, I was dizzy, I was nauseous, I had like a dull headache, and if I could have smoked a bowl, I would have been fine. Seriously, if I had been able to just
take your medicine,
take my medicine, then that would have tamped down those symptoms enough where I could have been able to function. As it is, my option is take a Xanax.
Pharmaceuticals, yeah.
And when a Xanax zones me out, makes me tired, makes me go to sleep. So yesterday I was so frustrated because, I've been working on 2 books, right? So I was like on a roll yesterday morning and going, and then all this happened, and it was just so frustrating because I was just lying in bed thinking about the things that I wanted to be doing but couldn't because cannabis is not legal here.
Yeah. And it's really upsetting. Like, I don't know if everyone has seen those. You'll see a video where there's a family whose child is suffering seizures or suffering all kinds of things, and they are giving them the pharmaceuticals, which are just knockoff versions of things that are profit sources, and they don't work. And then they give them...
it's like spin the wheel. Take this medication.
Yeah.
Mariana.
Sorry.
I just need a good neighbor. See, my neighbor is actually a deputy sheriff, so that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, I will say I may or may not get access to cannabis. I plead the fifth on that. But I do want everyone to know that there is a lot of misinformation about cannabis, and most of the things that you've heard about it that make you think that it's dangerous or bad for society or whatever, most of those things are based on just flat out lies. Okay.
Oh well, yeah, we're being fed this story,
and this all started in the Nixon administration, and it was on purpose. It was for political reasons. So if you really look into the history of the legality of this plant, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm back so I can see comments. Okay. Well, I'm sorry you weren't feeling well. What? Shush. Why does it come back on with full blast?
I know. I'm better today, although I still am kind of disoriented. I can't describe the feeling. I wish I could, because I don't think anybody really gets it. I feel like I'm the only one that understands what's going on, which is frustrating.
Well, you do, because you're the only one that feels it. I mean, we can only empathize, but we can't know.
It's not, I say it's dizziness, but it's not
the
same. Like if you twirl around in a circle and get dizzy like that, that's not what it's like for me.
Yeah. It's just off balance, right? Like.
Yeah, it's like the whole world just suddenly goes, just all the time.
Okay, forget that.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Yeah, you are right, Mariana. Money, money, money. And that's what I hope. It's sad that this is how it's going to go, but I think that's going to be what finally tips states over the edge to just legalize it, because they're going to want the money, money, money.
No, for sure. For sure. It seems like slowly things that have always been regulated are slowly getting less regulated, and then there'll be like a bill that comes out and starts to go backwards. And it was really funny. I saw the other day something on our local news. They'll put here local news going live on Facebook has been the most comical
I've got to get in on that.
Find your local news channels, follow their Facebook page, and set up their alerts, because some of them are interesting.
Yeah.
It started for me because I was following a court case here in Michigan that I still haven't really gone public with my feelings about here at Michigan State. I was following the case and watching some of the testimony and watching the sentencing. And so I turned the alerts on so that I would always see when they were going live from the courtroom. Well, now I get the alerts all the time. So there's a car pile up, there's a house fire, there's a ice storm. But what kills me is the people that are broadcasting are their anchors, not their tech people. So they get out there with their phone and the camera is blurry and they're trying to look through a screen and all you see is screen and you can't see the thing on the other side and they don't know how to focus it and they turn the camera in the middle of the broadcast. So it has been like the best source of humor. Or they just don't answer questions and then people on Facebook follow it and they all come in and say the same thing. What's going on here? And it says right at the top, like, what's happening. Yeah. And where was I going with this? But I've been watching these newscasters and meteorologists and whatever going live on Facebook, and it's been a comical thing. They need to have. I'll go in and do it, but they need to have like how to use your cell phone to broadcast live and not make people want to vomit.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
they're a mess. Somebody asked a question yesterday. I was watching one where the guy was like, "Where are your favorite outdoor patios?" And he was at one location, and some of the questions like he asked the guy, the answers are not great for air, and so. Yeah, it was just a stick to the script. It was really funny. So I don't know where I was going with that. There's something reminded me.
Well, that reminded me of something. I have started Orbit at a Tilt back up on a regular schedule.
Love it.
So lots of people will be happy about that because I've been getting... People have missed it. And I've missed doing it. And so I decided I'm committing myself to another... regular commitment. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Orbit at a Tilt. But it was cool because I talked about the Southern Hemisphere last night and found out from someone on Snapchat that last night, I think it was in Sydney, they were breaking a world record for the most people stargazing at one time. So that was kind of cool that coincided.
None of them were in Jamaica, though, because there are no stars.
There are no stars in Jamaica. I still haven't figured that out. I have a feeling that maybe it wasn't Jamaica. I think it's like a holosuite. Which you gotta be careful in a holosuite, because those things break all the time.
I don't know what it was, but my son definitely did not see any stars in Jamaica, and it weirded him out.
So Jake is sleeping, and he's dreaming, and I think he's chasing squirrels. So if you hear that, that's what's going on.
Yeah, you're not abusing squirrels in the background. Yeah, so what else was I going to say? There was something, I've got a forgetful memory right now. Something... I don't know.
Well, we've also been working on our house. We've been making some progress there, finally, which is nice.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Adam's house outside of Houston was damaged in the flooding. And, you know, when you saw those people where the government was like, okay, we're going to open the dam, and the water flooded into neighborhoods that weren't originally affected, that was Adam's house. So we got to live stream watch Adam get on a boat with a dog and a wheelchair and get carried down the river that was his front, the river that was his front street.
Before my mailbox was run over by a boat.
I said only Adam can actually say that. Raise your hand if you can say that your mailbox has ever been run over and knocked down by a boat.
Yeah. I need to put that story on YouTube. I keep forgetting. I need to export it out of Snapchat and put it up on YouTube so people can see it again. Because I've had a lot of requests. That was a compelling story. It
was.
I was scared out of my mind at the time, so...
It's so different when you can personalize one of those stories. You know, we see it on the news and we see families displaced and we see things. And when you know someone, and that was what was so life-changing about that natural disaster, was for the first time, a lot of us, particularly in Adam's and my community, Adam included, there were people we knew and that we're close to that were, you know, I think also Christy, you know, her family completely lost their home down to the studs.
Worse than I did.
Yeah. And that was quite emotional for all of us because we had never, you know, known someone personally that was happening.
But you know what? On the other side, though, that helped me get through the whole situation. Just putting it out there. I mean, really my thought process is...
You froze. Oh, there you are.
Really my thought process is, okay, I'm going to panic, and that's not going to help. So let me Snapchat.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
so proud of you.
That was just distracting me, like, okay, because, you know, storms, flooding, that stuff, I was in a hurricane before, like... 15, 20 years ago. And I'm still, like, that was still bugging me. And so then I just was like, oh my God, we're in a raft. We're in a raft in my front yard. We're in a raft in my front yard.
And you know what? In a way, that is sort of like the, what do they call it? Where you have to face your fear and play out that what if.
Yeah.
And you know what? You were okay.
I was. And you know what? People keep reminding me of that. And that's exactly what I need. Because
you were okay.
Yesterday when I was, or the day before when I was freaking out because the storms were crazy, I got so many messages from people that said, at least you're not in a raft.
Yeah. And even when you were.
Yeah, and when you were in the raft.
Scott was fine.
You did fine. You're going to be okay. A special shout out to Brandy Motivates. You know Brandy, right? She's been saving my life this week. So thank you, Brandy, because she's just, you know, her personality is just so happy and everything. And she's just been checking on me. And that happened a lot during the hurricane, and it helped so much, and it just changed my whole view of social media.
Mm-hmm. That was huge. That was cool to see the process firsthand so that we could be there with you. Yeah. You know, and then see that you were okay.
Yeah, that's the thing is I felt like I wasn't alone. I mean, I had my husband, I had Jake, you know, but I also had like 50 other people that were virtually cheering me on, like going, go, 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 and then like sharing my story with other people, and people I didn't even know were sending me money. And, you know, it's like,
awesome.
I don't know you, but I'm sending you an Amazon gift card just so you can, like, get back on your feet. Like, really, that just restored a lot of faith in humanity for me.
Yeah, we have an awesome online community.
Yeah, we
do. You know, people who don't understand the friends that you can. I mean, Adam and I have never even met in person, but we talk all the time. We know each other very well. What's that?
We're going to fix that.
Yeah, I know.
I think I probably know you.
You're coming with me.
I probably know you better than a lot of the people I know in real life.
Well, that's the thing. There isn't that boundary. There isn't a boundary that says, or a level that says, if you know them in person, it means you know them this much better, this much more in depth than you would know someone you meet online. Because the reality is, you and I have more face-to-face conversations than most of my local friends.
Yeah, it's true.
And it doesn't require us, to even have anything but boxers on.
And for someone like me, that's huge.
Yeah,
that's
because
huge.
Mobility is an issue.
That's also was part of the book I was writing yesterday. It was about that. That for someone who has mobility issues like I do, it's hard to go out and meet people, and social media has been a way that I can do that. Now, it's also nice that I am meeting some friends that are local, like Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Love Sharon and Van.
Thank God for Sharon.
But local friends are just nosy neighbors.
Shady
neighbors.
Shady neighbors.
But so I've been enjoying that. And I've been getting more involved in Instagram too, by the way. So if you guys enjoy the content that I provide, check out Instagram. I'm going to be experimenting with some crossover stuff with Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. Because I'm just curious how that'll all work. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you might miss something. FOMO!
Well, we're way over.
We are. Well, not according to Mariana.
I know. She wants us to go an hour. But online is something. And you know what? It's been good for me because with the kids, they appreciate that I understand that they can have friends that will come visit. Last summer, we had a couple guys that my boys know that's relationship came from online, like playing games and different things. They came and visited from Chicago, stayed over, and they appreciate that I get that they can be this good of friends. And Carter, in fact, my oldest, is going away for the weekend, and one of those guys is going on that trip also. And so this isn't that barrier anymore, and it's not creepy. Only people who are, online dating or Craigslisting or something are the only people you meet. You meet, quality people. So it's...
well, if you're doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, we've had that conversation too. There's some people doing it wrong. Yeah. And so as long as it's not a detriment to your real life personal relationships, go for it.
Exactly.
That's Danica's advice for today.
And I concur. You have our permission to make friends online.
Because it is all about us.
It is. And you can start with us.
Yeah. Because we're super cool.
And we're here every Wednesday at 11-ish.
We are.
Ish.
Your show should be an hour. Well, most days it almost is.
We're getting close.
I know. Because Adam and I, it does go well beyond the hour. Usually it's just the camera's off.
Oh, we can talk. We could talk all
We
day.
need like an after show. We just need a recorded after show. So come to our YouTube to see our recorded after show where we really let shit fly.
I have that actually. So maybe we can post some little clips.
Yeah.
I also have our pre-show records too.
Oh God. What could go wrong?
I know. So I have to make sure those are in a separate folder.
It's actually the after.
Them by mistake.
The after show is actually a little bit more saucy. Now that I know it won't be.
Well, yeah, because we've actually started to limit our pre-show talk because then it uses up content that we want to share with you guys.
I know. But the after is all the things I eat and don't say.
Yeah.
That pop out. So,
yeah.
All right. That's it for today.
Have a great Wednesday.
Have a good Wednesday.
See you next week. Bye.